What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Story Time with Lee Hammock, your favorite self-aware narcissist. Y'all, today we got a unique story sent in by a subscriber. Talk about his narcissistic father. Narcissistic parents entered the chat. How his narcissistic father abandoned him and his brother and sister. It's a very unique story, y'all. So stay tuned. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna break it down. My mother and biological father were married. And when she was pregnant with me, he abandoned her to move to another state for a job opportunity. He didn't show up for my birth, and not too long after, she divorced him. Good mama. He saw me for the first time when I was a few months old, and that was the only time he held me. According to my mother, he was upset about the divorce, and as a result, didn't want to be involved in my life. Classic, if I can't have you, then I don't want the child either. Yep, package deal. He began to stalk and keep tabs on her whereabouts and who she was dating. He randomly showed up with presents after not being around at all in order to future fake and say he tried to be present but wasn't allowed. Oh, goodness gracious. But wasn't allowed. I am 32 years old now, and I have never met him with the exception of a court hearing while I was in college in which he attempted to collect a few months of overpayments of child support because the garnishment of his pay did not stop after I started college. He walked right by me after the hearing in which he was denied a refund of overpayments, stating to me, "Take care," and without looking back headed towards the elevators. He was bitter and angry still. That is the only interaction I have had with him in 32 years. Despite the fact that he is alive and well, he has never contacted me, sent me a letter, text, or called, which makes it complicated. What makes it complicated is I have two other siblings that shared the same father, one of which was a junior. So yeah, he got a junior. That's what he wanted, and a sister who was sort of who he was sort of pressing for, in and out early on. We are all adults at this point, and I met them for the first time 2 years ago. Everything was great at first, and they were excited about having a relationship. However, not too long after, things changed. When I was asked about my life story and how I felt about our father, I was honest, which you should be. However, I was very vague with my brother, the junior, because from what I know, he was sensitive and defensive of our father, and I didn't think he could handle the truth about my abandonment and that our father was in fact not kept away. He was just bitter and angry. I also found out we had another brother older than all of us via an ancestry test that he didn't take care of either. He got a track record on it. Damn. Goodness gracious. Whether he knew about him or not, I am unsure, but we think he did. I went to visit our grandfather, who just turned 90 years old, and I wanted to get an opportunity to meet him. And after that, I found out our father had a tantrum, began to triangulate us siblings more than he already had, as well as give us the silent treatment to our sister, the scapegoat. According to him, it was her fault that he was upset because she should have told him that I was coming to town. He was also upset that I didn't come see him because although he was an absent father for 32 years, I should have showed up to his doorstep to honor him. They both were beginning to sound and more. They were both beginning to sound and more so act like flying monkeys after this. My sister doesn't want to breathe the wrong way in fear that it may upset him. She won't even tell me about that side of the family, which I know nothing about. My brother, the junior, is completely avoidant and absent and seems to treat our sister pretty crappy as well. A learned behavior. I am fed up and decided on no contact as an option. Your thoughts and reaction are greatly appreciated. Thank you. So he sent some screenshots of the interaction, but in the screenshots he's pretty much just discussing that his father was absent and not kept away. You know how y'all know the old narcissistic toxic ass baby daddy excuse. Baby mama was bitter, ex-wife was bitter and kept me from the kids. I didn't get to see the kids. I wanted to be there, but I couldn't because I was kept away. Blah blah blah. Boo boo boo. beat, beat, beat. Y'all know the same type of stuff right here. But this is a very difficult and unique situation because, yeah, it sounds like the dad is just a deadbeat. And money is the most important thing to him. But he also feels like even though he hasn't been present in your lives, that he should still somehow, some way, shape, or form be honored as a father. You know what I mean? In his mind, y'all should still honor him as your father because he's your father, because he contributed to your birth. That's where his mind is at. He's like, well, damn, I contributed to your birth. I participated in making you and creating you, even though I wasn't there. Here I am. You see what I'm saying? Here it goes. Here it is. But he has a history, a track record of abandoning kids. But this is the shame that's associated with. This is why narcissistic deadbeat parents lie. This is why they lie, because they're ashamed of their behaviors. They know it's wrong to abandon your offspring. They know it's wrong, so they try to make up the lie about, okay, I was kept away. When sometimes they absolutely discard the kids when they no longer get access to the other parent. Oh, you're not sleeping with me anymore? Well, I don't want those damn kids. If you want me to be in that kid's life, you need to give me the cheeks. Which is an evil, controlling, deadbeat mindset, right? But as far as going no contact with the father, I probably would. You see what I'm saying? I think he's more referring to going no contact with his siblings, which is a tough situation to do right here, y'all. Like, siblings are always going to be a tough situation to kind of remedy and whatnot, because y'all don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even though all of y'all are adults, all of y'all, all the siblings in this situation have a different trauma from the same person. Everybody has a different form of trauma created by the same person. The same person is traumatizing everyone. So it's like a shared trauma. Everybody has this shared trauma from the same person. Like he's triangulating y'all against each other, but he's the target. He's the perpetrator. But he's trying to make it seem like everybody else is. Like he's the victim here in this situation. So yeah, I can understand going no contact with the father. The siblings, just take a step back, right? Take a chance to think about what you actually want to do, how you actually want to go about, how you actually want to handle this situation. Because this situation is if it protects your mental health and your peace, of course, go no contact. But I just feel like going less contact and setting boundaries could help you out as well. But it's up to you to decide. Like, cause y'all are siblings, but it's kind of like y'all just getting to know each other. So it's like the sibling relationship, the sibling blood is there, but not maybe the sibling relationship that you might have had you met earlier and you didn't meet earlier because the dad has been a deadbeat in and out of everybody's lives and whatnot. And that sucks. It really does. It really does suck when these situations arise. So if it were me in this situation, I would go low contact or just have a dope conversation with your brother and sister and just see, hey, look, this is how I feel. We all gonna have different experiences. Because my real life is very similar. My dad wasn't there for me, but he was there to raise my little sister. And I tell my story, and I know her story is different from mine, right? But I still talk to her. We're still cool. Sometimes it's just like I'm gonna share my experience, but I'm not gonna always bring it up. I shared it with you. You know how I feel. You know my experiences with our father and why I might not talk to him, why I might be disconnected from him, why I'm no contact with him. Just respect that. I'll respect you. We can keep our relationship. We don't have to talk about him. I shared with you why I feel a certain type of way about him. Hey, the way I feel is not the way you have to feel, right? Because you might have a different experience. Because it sounds like she's afraid to get discarded by him because he's manipulating her as well. Everybody's here is the victim except for him. You know what I mean? Even though they might be adult narcissistic people themselves or just victims of trauma, everybody's the victim in the situation except for him. But anyway, man, shout out to you for sending this in. I know it's a tough situation to share and whatever. I wish you strength. I wish you healing. Y'all send in your stories, send in your emails and whatnot. Send in your screenshots as well. And as always, y'all, subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost a thing. If you want to send in your story to be broken down or send in some text messages, you can do that at info@mentalhealness.net, or you can send me a short voicemail, brief voicemail to 855-432-5637. I love interacting with y'all. I love breaking these stories down. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in the next reaction video. Peace.